John McCoy has duly accepted the requirements of his constituents in the Quincy Tea Party, and once again, we now have the obligation to back him with our full support, and I fully expect, knowing this group, that won't be a problem. So, thank you again, John. We have a couple of other individuals here tonight who would really want to hear from. They're running for local offices, some, and basically what we need to hear from the candidates so we know what their positions are, and then they tell us what they need from us, and we tell them what we need from them, and we come together in a way that leads us down the path to success, and that's where we all want to be. So I'd like to, at this time, introduce Tad Brenner. He's running for the 8th Circuit Judge position here locally, and he's just going to tell us a little bit tonight about what his plans are for the future. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me here tonight. I am one of your boring candidates because as a judicial candidate, I'm not allowed to say anything. I am not allowed to sign a statement such as the other candidates have signed. The only thing I can promise is faithful service in office. The Supreme Court has set me up with those rules, and if I do anything else, I lose my law license and I can't be a candidate. A lot of you already know me. Some of you don't, but as I look through this room, I see John McCoy sitting there. I've worked with him on criminal matters. Others who I won't identify, I've worked with on business matters, domestic matters, estate matters, real estate matters. Basically, a circuit judge for the 8th Judicial Circuit can be called to any one of 8 different counties, those being Adams, Brown, Pike, Cass, Calhoun, Schuyler, Mason, and Menard. It is a very, very odd territory which goes from the river directly west, and it is a tough territory to cover. Basically, I feel that I am the only candidate who has the broad experience to handle any type of case that might come up. When the position first came available with Judge Shearing's retirement, it came as an utter shock to me. I was not expecting Judge Shearing to retire for a number of years. The very next day, a well-known Democrat announced his candidacy, and frankly, I knew that something had to be done. I talked to a number of other Republicans who I felt would be very well qualified for the office, and none of them was in a position to run. I believe that people have a duty to step forward when the time comes. I wasn't looking for anything like this to happen, but I know that the right people have to be ready to serve when the call comes, and for that reason I decided to run. Now, some of you may have seen the article in quincynews.org that came out yesterday.
Yes.
To my surprise, initially, I saw that 19 lawyers dinged the living heck out of my ability and my skills. That came as a shock. It honestly hurt my feelings. Then after that, it made me mad. Then I sat down and thought for a while, then I started to grin. And those 19 lawyers basically wanted to influence a primary. They wanted all of you to think that I'm as dumb as they would have you believe. Well, you know, I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but I know that I've been to the appellate court 4 times in 2009. I don't know of any other attorney that's been there that many times. And I can tell you I've won every single case I've taken there. In 2010, I've won a major trust case, or actually a motion regarding it. I've tried a divorce case, I've tried motion hearings, I've negotiated criminal cases. In 2010, I wonder how many of those 19 lawyers can say the same thing. I wonder how many of those 19 would do all of those things in a single year. I really believe that I am the candidate who can defeat the Democrat here. It's going to take someone who is willing to work 8 counties in a godforsaken territory, driving the wheels off of a car to get out to the people. I'm willing to do that. I'm doing it because I believe that a competent, qualified person needs to be sitting in our courts. If we don't have competent judges who are qualified with the necessary experience, our system just doesn't work. And it happened to be the time where I was tapped on the shoulder. I have never run for political office. I know nothing about politics, or actually that's a lie. A month ago I knew nothing about politics. But I'm a quick learner. For those who don't know, I've negotiated and been involved in church politics with the Episcopal Church for the last 15 years. When that church fell apart, basically what we ended up doing was removing an entire diocese from a national denomination, going on and forming a worldwide province. That took some finagling. It took worldwide leadership. It took people who were angry to get together, letting them have the resources to know how to organize. This is much the same type of group, and I respect what you folks are doing, and I truly hope that you can support me. I really need for folks to get out for the Republican primary and take Republican ballots and vote for me. Right now, my biggest fear is that Democrats are going to cross over, take Republican ballots, and vote for other candidates. I'm not a soft target, and that's what they want. So I would appreciate your help. Thank you. Who am I answering them for? Okay.
Well, we're good. He's going to put together.
Here, should I dump this?
You can leave it on there. It's up to you. Hey,
Let me dump it.
just just doing this little tag team here. So, Ted Brenner's running for 8th Circuit Judge. Why are you seeking this position on the bench?
Well, I think it's very important for our people in this particular circuit to have qualified people sitting on the bench. In order for our cases to come out properly, anybody sitting in the judge's position has to have experience, not just in one area of the law, but in a broad spectrum of the law. I've been practicing for 22 years now, and I have not isolated myself to one field other than litigation. Litigation can mean almost anything. Most folks think of it in the criminal context, but that's only one small portion of it. It involves civil cases, but that again is a very broad category. That could be anything from accidents to probate to all kinds of other things. Anything that could possibly be brought before a court in Illinois, the judge has to be prepared to handle. If the candidate does not have that experience, that background, we're dealing with a judge who's doing on-the-job training. In my particular case, I believe that I could be placed in any courtroom within these 8 counties and be ready for whatever case someone put in front of me. I think that's the critical aspect and the critical thing that should be remembered when choosing a candidate for this office. I think that I meet those criteria. Those are my own criteria, not only for myself, but those are the qualities that I want any candidate to have. I can't take my clients in front of an inexperienced judge or a judge who does not have that background experience. So that would be my answer.